Hello children, good morning to you. Yesterday we have started a new lesson called Transportation System. Means of transportation we have started. Understand? And I told you the transportation system is divided into three types. One is land transport, second water transport, third air transport. Land transport again divided into two. We were studying about land transport. Means of transportation is our lesson, right? In this lesson, means of transportation, I told it is divided into three types. Land transport, water transport, water transport, then air transport. So, the other day we were studying about land transport. We have started with land transport. Again it is divided into roadways and railways. So that day we have completed roadways. Understand? We have three types of roads. One is national highways, state highways, international roads, border roads. Understand? And I told you what do they mean. National highways are those roads which connect the capitals of various states within the country. And state highways are those highways which connect important cities within the country. Then third, border roads are the roads which connect the boundaries, neighboring countries of any country. Then we have Kacha roads. These national highways, state highways or border highways, they are Pakka roads. They are built of cement, concrete and tar. Whereas we have from district to any village we have, they are built of mud and sand. So they are Kacha roads. These are different roads. And I told that Leh and Manali road is the highest road in our country. And the longest national highway of our country is from Kashmir to Srinagar to Kanyakumari. It is NH7. And these highways, national highways, are numbered with like NH with 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, this is about roadways. Now let us go to railways. We will study about railways. India has largest railway network. Understand? India has largest railway network. Railways are an ideal and important means of long distance transport. India is the first railway train was started in 1853. So, India is the largest railway network in Asia, and fourth largest railway network in the world. Understand? In whole of Asia, India has the largest railway network, and the railways are the most comfortable means of transport. To go for a long journey, comfortably we can go. Understand? We can sleep, even washrooms will be there. We don't feel any difficulty over there. Understand? In India, first railway track or railway line was started. First railway in India was started in 1853 by Lord Dalhousie. British officer. He started. Why they started it? For transporting the raw materials to the sea shore, so that they can carry them to their country through ships. For that purpose, the British people started railway in India for the first time in the year 1853. The first railway was started from Thane to Mumbai. Thane to Mumbai. Understand? First railway track or railway started in India by Dalhousie in the year 1853, and the first railway line is from Thane to Mumbai. And railways are of two types: passenger trains and goods trains. Goods trains are used for transporting heavy goods, food grains, machines, animals, etc. And passenger trains are used for the purpose of traveling of the human beings. Understand? It is used for traveling for the human beings. Understand? These railways are divided into two different some gauges. Okay, first one is broad gauge. Second is meter gauge. Then what is this gauge we should learn first? Understand, what is this gauge we should learn? The distance between railway tracks is called gauge. Understand? Now railway track will go like this. The distance between this distance is known as gauge. This distance is known as gauge. What is gauge? Distance between two railway tracks. Understand? It is called gauge. In India, there are three types, not even two. Narrow gauge, one more is 1, 2, third narrow gauge. In India, we have three types of railway gauges. They are broad gauge, meter gauge, and narrow gauge. How they work, let us see. So their distance is, broad gauge has more distance between the tracks. Say 1.7 meters. 67, 1.67, and it has 1 meter. It has, narrow gauge has 77 centimeters. Understand? So the wagon, which is huge, is run on the broad gauge, which is normal coaches wagons means. They run less heavy when run on the meter gauge. And narrow gauge railways are used in hilly regions. Understand? Broad gauge is used for heavy wagons. Meter gauge is used for lighter wagons, whereas narrow gauge is used in hilly regions. In this way, these are the three railway gauges used in India. First is broad gauge, which is used for heavy wagons, meter gauge for medium wagons, and narrow gauge is used for, what to say, hilly regions. Okay, then as I told, railway transportation is very comfortable. Here we can, for transport traveling purpose, we have two types: express trains and passenger trains. What is the difference between passenger trains and express trains? Passenger trains stop on each and every small stations, whereas express trains stop only on junctions and big railway stations. But both are very comfortable for human beings, especially for senior citizens and for long journey, because we have all comforts present in trains. There are so many types of trains also. Palace on wheel, comfortable as if you are sitting in your own house, you are sitting in a palace. All with hotel, everything you find inside the train. And in India, the fastest trains are Shatabdi train and Rajdhani Express. Shatabdi Express and Rajdhani Express are the fastest trains in our country. The fastest trains in India are Rajdhani Express and Shatabdi Express. And longest railway route is between Jammu, Tavi in the north and Kanyakumari. Jammu nunchi Kanyakumari varaku undi train track. That is the largest track. And even we have local trains also. In Hyderabad we have MMTS trains. Understand? They are very famous. They cause convenience for the people who are going to jobs in faraway places within the city. And first this local trains are started in Kolkata called metro trains, and second in Delhi. Now we have in Hyderabad also, Mumbai also, metro trains we call them. Understand? Now let us go to air transport, airways. Second one, airways. Land transport, two types, roadways and railways we completed. Now we will study about air transport. Air transport is the fastest transport, where in land transport you take so many hours to reach a place. For example, this is Hyderabad. To go to Vijayawada you can maximum 5 hours or 6 hours or 7 hours also we can take. Whereas if you go through air transport, within an hour you can reach the place. 45 minutes enough. And it is fastest and costliest also. Air transport is the fastest and costliest. Understand? It is fastest and costliest transport system. For railways, what you pay, triple or 4 times more than that you have to pay as charges, fares, if you travel through airline. Understand? It is very comfortable for urgent traveling. And first aeroplane was discovered or invented by Wright brothers. Okay, then it got modified, and now we have so many types of trains. Understand? And you know, these trains, aeroplanes are of two types. Airways are also of, air transport is also of two types. One is domestic airways, second is international airways. Domestic airways will connect the important cities within the country, whereas international airways connect different countries of the world. Understand? So the place where the aeroplanes land and take off, we call them airports. There are so many important international airports in our country, like Shivaji Airport at Mumbai, Indira Gandhi International Airport at Delhi, and Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport at Kolkata, Menambakam at Chennai, and Rajiv Gandhi International Airport in Hyderabad we have. Understand? And we have here two types of trains. One aeroplanes, cargo planes we call, and for passengers we have aeroplanes for traveling from one place to another. Cargo planes are used for transporting the goods which should be transported quickly, like vegetables, meat, fish, dairy products, flowers, vegetables, etc. These are transported through cargo planes. Understand? I read the paragraph, you will understand. Airways is the fastest means of transport. It is most advanced and developed means of transport. This means of transport can reach the places where it is not possible to reach, like hilly areas, far away places, where we cannot reach through roads or railways, we can reach through airways. Travel by air is comfortable, but it is not cost effective. Today, the aeroplanes are available in different shapes and sizes. The small planes carry less passengers. The helicopters can land in small areas, as useful in mountains and terrain. Airways are useful during disasters for providing rescue operation. During disasters like floods, landslide, earthquake, that time rescue force can carry the people in planes very quickly. They can shift them to the safer places. All the major cities of India are very well connected by air transport. Planes are parked in hangars at the airport. And I already told you the important airports of our country. Then let us go to waterways. or water transport. It is also two ways: inland waterway and second is ocean transport. In waterways, mainly what we use? Ships. Okay. These ships will be harbored on sea coasts. Understand? They are called harbors. Our country has long coastal area which provides water transport. And inland, what is inland water transport? Inland waterways are used, are done through big rivers, canals, etc. They are used to reach the places which are close to that river banks. This is called inland line. And international waterways are called ocean transport, which are used to send heavy goods and other things like animals, as I told, oil tankers, etc. And people also love to move or travel through water transport. But water transport is slowest one than any other transport. Understand? We have steamers, big ships, etc. Let me tell, the progress of the country largely depends on a good water transport network. Many rivers in India are suitable for water transport. Many big ports have been developed in coastal areas. Big ships and steamers can load and unload goods from the ports. The water transport has connected all the continents together, though it is slow, but it is cheap. It is used for transporting heavy, bulky, and less costly goods from one port to another. The main seaports in India are Mumbai, Kandla, Kochi, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Paradip, Kolkata, and Mangalore. Main seaports in India are Mumbai, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Kandla, Mangalore, etc. Understand? And what for these ships are used? What for water transport is used? Water transport is used to transport bulky goods. Bulky goods means heavy goods. Though it is slow, it is cheaper. Water transport is slow, but it is cheaper, and almost all the continents are connected with each other through water transport. A developed water transport system greatly helps the country in international trade because goods can be carried cheaply for exchange and trade. About 95% of country's trade volume is moved by sea. The different means of transport system have made our life more comfortable. So, the country's progress also is depended on water transport. Why? Because bulky goods, heavy goods are transported through waterways. That's why waterways are most important, though it is and cheaply to transport the things from one place to another will be cheaper if you use water transport. This is way, whatever may be the transport system, whether it is waterways or railways, roadways, or air transport, they have made our life more comfortable and they connected all the countries with each other. And because of this system, we came closer, and we can say our world has become smaller, not in size, just in imagination, just in practicality, through this transportation system. This is all about transport system And here we stop. Teaching is over. Tomorrow I can give you new terms. So thank you children.